Hi, Chris and Kate. Good to see you both. We have a real meaty topic today. We are breaking down Medicare basics and a few misconceptions. There's a lot to cover today, but of course, there are so many different enrollment periods and penalties if you miss your enrollment period. So I just want to start off the top. When does Medicare start, and what deadlines do I need to keep in mind, Chris?
Hey, thank you, Erin. It's always great to be here. And, Medicare is complex, but what we always point people to is the age 65. And
Hmm.
usually about 1 year heading up to, people have to make an election, whether it be Part A and or Part B. And then if they are still working, they can keep their existing health plan. But if they're looking to put some type of other supplemental or combination type plan together, then age 65 is the date. And then you have about 6 months afterwards to be able to fill that gap.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Write that on the calendars then. Now, Caitlin, can you just walk us through the four parts of Medicare?
Hi, Erin. Sure. So the four parts of Medicare, you have Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Part A and Part B are considered original Medicare, so most people will enroll in both of those. Part A is going to be your hospital coverage. Chris, did you want to speak on that a bit?
Yeah, Part A, as we get to it, you'll see is really hospitalization,
Hmm.
and there are stop losses or end dates or end periods of the amount of time or coverage that's actually covered. And as you can see, a semi-private room, regular room, medications, lab services, all this stuff falls under hospitalization. But there are limits to what's actually covered. And then in order to qualify for this, there is no cost for Part A. We've been paying as Americans. As long as you have 40 quarters or 10 years of employment, that'll be covered under Part A.
All right. And back to those four
Exactly.
parts, Caitlin.
Sure. And Part B is your medical coverage. That's your doctor's visits, um, your durable medical equipment, home health care, outpatient surgeries, that sort of thing. And Part B coverage does come with a premium, and the standard premium for 2023 is 164. What is it? 164.90, and it actually just went down from last year. But you're going to pay more if you make more, so that's something to keep in mind.
Hmm.
The next
Okay.
thing is Part C, and that is just another way to get your Part A and Part B coverage. It kind of bundles everything together, your Part A, Part B, and your Part D prescription coverage. A lot of these plans are $0 plans, and they come with extra benefits like gym visits and vision and hearing and dental plans. So a lot of people like Part C plans, but it is kind of a la carte. So the way that that works is you might pay $0 premium, but you're in an HMO or PPO plan that have a network, and you're going to pay as you go.
Okay.
Finally, the last part is Part D, which we did touch on a little bit with Care Advantage, but you can also get a standalone Part D plan. And the standalone Part D plan, a lot of people will get this if they enroll in a Medicare supplemental plan, or if they enroll in original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B. And you do need to enroll in it when you originally enroll in Medicare, or else you will be subject to a late enrollment penalty if you later decide that you want to enroll. And that late enrollment penalty is 1% of the national base premium per month that you were not enrolled.
Ouch. That could be a little bit steep. So
Sure,
I
and
feel like
there's
some
no
people are
cap.
going to notice we kind of skip Part C there. Part C's in the middle. So Chris, I feel like there are some people who say you need it, some people who say you don't need it. How do you figure out what a client needs?
So we're walking into a minefield here. So Part C was created with a combination of using the government's good intentions and actuarial data from insurance companies to combine what is now termed either a Medigap or a Medicare Advantage plan or MAPD. You might hear all those things. Medigap is supplemental.
Mm-hmm.
Medicare Part C is that Medicare Advantage that we hear of, or lastly is that MAP D, which is Medicare Advantage and Part D, as Caitlin had alluded to. So, Erin, this stuff is complicated.
Yep.
And, here at Professional Planning Services, we're very, very proficient in this area. We help folks with this to navigate it. You have questions. With so much data being solicited across the televisions I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they said their mailbox, by the time they had reached age 65, literally almost was filled every day with solicitations.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the right plan for you? We have solutions here at Professional Planning Services that are no cost to the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that the Medicare Advantage is free, which quite often that will be deemed as, it's a no cost Medicare Advantage plan. And you and I both know, Erin, that there's
No
nothing
such thing as a free lunch.
right? So doing your homework and getting educated, that's what Professional Planning Services does. We educate, and we do this in live events, at local colleges. We have some events coming up. So we're going to encourage you to check out our website, professionalplanningservices.com, or give us a call, 732-302-1810. And we'd love to see if we can help you to navigate this maze, this labyrinth of confusion, so that you don't make mistakes or incur penalties that you didn't even need to incur. So
right. And just to underscore the obvious, Caitlin, it's not only you putting on these free educational workshops for people, but it's also connecting them with experts who this is all they do all day. And that is also a free resource.
For sure. You have to educate yourself on the basics, but everybody's circumstances are different, and you really need to consult with a professional that can look at your specific circumstances and help guide you to make the right decision for yourself.
I think it's so great that you guys have put together these resources at people's fingertips, and then these workshops as well. So I think it's, again, such a great service to your community. And thank you both very much for your time today.
thank you again, Erin.
Thanks, Erin.